Today I will be attempting to survive the longest sporting event of the 2024 and 2025 season.
We are back in Laval, finally for the first time getting to see a professional women's hockey league game. PWHL Montreal Victoire taking on Ottawa Charge game 2 this evening.
Normally when you go to a hockey game, you don't expect it to be a marathon, but this game decided to go into 4 overtimes, making it the longest matchup in North American pro sports this season. This afternoon we'll be trying to get a sense if the PWHL is worth the bang for its buck, and what better game to test that at than the longest one in their history.
Nice little way to start your first PWHL game. We got a little souvenir rally towel for the playoffs. I love how teams do this in all honesty. I think it's one of my favorite things about playoff hockey is, it's so much more expensive to go to playoff games, so the fact that you get a little free souvenir right off the bat is always nice.
Talking about ticket prices, I'd say the average cost of a ticket for this game was going anywhere from $60 to $100, which is incredible really for playoffs, considering I just spent $700 to go to a Habs playoff game and even $1,200 for a Knicks game in New York. Not to mention, watching these teams is like watching an Olympic hockey game. The start of the day was absolutely electric, from the player introductions right up until the national anthem. But little did we know this was the start of an 8-hour day. Just like that, with the Victoire scoring, the vibes are through the roof. And by the way, I actually flew my mom up to Montreal for Mother's Day, so this is part of her special day. Hopefully it doesn't overlap with our dinner reservations in 5 hours. Speaking of food, I think it's time we go get a little arena snack. And seeing as we're in the Bell province, it's gotta be poutine.
Poutine still hits the same. That's how she wrote for the first period, 1-0 Victoire. A lot of energy in this crowd so far. Let's see if it continues. Montreal is down in the series, so they need this one. Yeah, see? Alrighty, got my coffee, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit tired. We were at UFC 315 last night till like 3 a.m., which actually makes me beg the question, is Montreal one of the best sports cities that you can go to? I mean, they've got the Victoire now, Canadiens is obviously here. And when you think about it, the F1 comes here, UFC comes here all the time, any other scattered event. I mean, in Canada, Montreal might just be the best sports city.
If I'm being honest, on a day like today, we did not need these long video reviews from the referees, but I mean, it is what it is. It took them a little while. They got the call right, and the energy stayed high in the stadium.
Alrighty, first coach's challenge I'm seeing live. Let's see how this goes.
Oh boy, was he ever wrong. I mean, listen, I don't mind a little bit of free hockey, but I cannot believe that we are about to embark on basically another hockey game. I thought there was 1 period left. There was literally at this point like 5.
That's cool. I haven't seen that in North America.
With there only being 5 minutes left in Montreal, up 2-0, I did not in a million years think that this game would end up going overtime. It looked like they had everything up on wraps, but hey, hats off to the Charge. They had different plans.
Alrighty, Ottawa's getting close, and listen, I'm not going to tell on anybody, and trust me, it wasn't my mother, but somebody in this section just said shutout. And of course, Ottawa scored. That's why you never say shutout until the game's over.
I can't believe that just happened, but the one thing I do believe in is in this channel. And guys, I'm trying to land us a show on ESPN so I can keep doing these episodes and make them crazier and even more wild. I think they'll notice us if we hit 100,000 subscribers, so can you please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I've been all around the world for all of us to make these videos. Let's keep it going, and let's get ESPN to land us that show. At the start of the first overtime, the building was electric. My mom was having a great time, which was so special to see, and things were going good. However, 20 minutes went by, and we did not have a goal scorer. As time passed, they announced that the attendance in the crowd was over 7,000 for the day, which is pretty solid for an afternoon on a Sunday. However, yet again, the second overtime ended and we still didn't have a winner.
What now?
Double overtime. At this point, I slowly stopped caring for a specific team to win. I just wanted any team to win to take home the victory because I wanted to get out of there. And also, speaking of victory, I brought my sister to this game as well, and she said it's got to be bad luck to have your team name legit be victory, kind of like a forever jinx. I don't know, what do you think? At this point, we're keeping an eye out on the clock because, I mean, it's Mother's Day. My mom likes hockey, don't get me wrong, because she, brought me and my sister around to all our games as kids, but she doesn't love it to the fact where she wants to spend all day here. We've already pushed back the dinner reservations a second time now, and we're just going to cross our fingers and make sure that we can still make it. Admittedly, I was even getting hungry at this point, so I grabbed some popcorn to just kind of sit tight and see if we can hold off to see this game to its end. All this being said, though, it was an exceptionally fun day at the rink. I really enjoyed my first PWHL game, and to see players again who have been on this channel before when we were in Sweden, now playing pro in my home country, is so cool. I can't wait to watch another game.
And it's official, this is now the longest ever game in PWHL history.
However, as the third overtime ended, my mom was really asking for us to head out. And I mean, listen, it's Mother's Day. I could not say no. And in reality, you know what? That's what going to sporting events is all about. Bringing your community together and bringing your family together. And so after spending nearly 6 hours at the rink, I had to tap out, listen to my mom. Didn't get to see Montreal win it all in dramatic fashion, but we had a wonderful meal celebrating an even better woman. Where should I go to next? In the meantime, stay best kind.